Oh my goodness, this is going to be a good one. So Cheryl Powers here, and the Transportation Club of DFW Monthly Luncheon is on 8/3, on Wednesday, 8/3, and we've got a hot topic. This is a hot one. So just to help you understand who's a part of this discussion here right now, as we kind of touch on some of the things we'll be talking about on Wednesday, 8/3, because you don't want to miss it. Jim Smith, who is with ProDrivers. So he's the Vice President of Safety. And then Norma Payne, who's the president of the Transportation Club. And then certainly Ashton, who helped connect all the dots here, who brought everybody together, and Ashton's with ProDrivers as well. So, so first, Norma, I'm going to ask you why this was such an important topic that was near and dear to your heart.
Unfortunately, it's because I have been involved in some of the litigation that they brought against trucking companies, even because it wasn't our fault or something. But they go after the deep pockets, who has the money, and if if it's a small carrier, may have one or two trucks. Obviously, they don't have the liability like perhaps a bigger company does. So the unfortunate thing is there's no limits. It's crazy how much, even if the person is at fault, they still come after you and find some loophole or some nonsense thing to try to sue you for. So yes, it's very frustrating.
And ultimately it affects all of us, right? So now Jim, I'm not sure everybody understands what a nuclear verdict is. So would you just touch on that for a second?
Yes, that's a great question. A nuclear verdict is defined as an exceptionally high jury award that surpasses what's normally a reasonable or a rational amount. In most cases, and particularly in transportation, it's a verdict that's above $10 million. Between 2010 and 2018, these jury verdicts rose 967%. The average going from just over 2 million to over $22 million. So, in our discussion on Wednesday, we're going to talk about how they arrive at those numbers, some of the plaintiff attorney strategies, but more importantly, what the motor carrier can do to combat, or the tactics they can employ to combat what the plaintiff's attorneys are doing.
Wow. So on Wednesday, what is something that you're going to touch on that people are going to be like, other than that statistic, going to be like, wow, I never even thought about that?
We'll talk about how these decisions really came about, and some of the social ideas that have led these verdicts to, again, just blow up. People have become numb to extremely high monetary amounts. Everything from thinking about our sports heroes that make well over $100 million a year. People become very, very numb to those high numbers. And so what happens when the juries get in these courtrooms is they say, well, this victim may have lost an arm or maybe lost a leg, and one of the people say, well, that should be worth $1 million. The guy next to him says, well, why not 10 million? And maybe the third guy says, well, why not $1 billion? And so there's really no limit to some of these verdicts that are coming out.
Wow. Well, this is going to be awesome. I'm so looking forward to it. And we want to make sure that everybody RSVPs. So that is this Wednesday, 8/3, Lacima Club. For all of you who have not been, that's our go-to spot. And we want you to RSVP through TCDFW.org, TCDFW.org. And Ashton, anything you want to say about it before we part?
I'm super excited. There's a whole bunch of good information, that Jim's going to tell everybody about. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
All right. Well, everybody join us. We don't want you to miss this because it's going to be awesome. Jim, great to meet you, and we will see you on Wednesday.
Outstanding. Look forward to being there.